There are currently 130,000 veterans in the United States that are legally blind, and 1 million plus veterans with low vision. And every single one of them is facing challenges every single day. But we're here to help. This is Wisdom Books. Thank you for joining us. With a live studio audience coming to you from the Wisdom for the Blind studios in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Our passion is to share new books with our fellow brothers and sisters that are blind or visually impaired. Let's do it. This is Wisdom Books. And this is your host, Benjamin Keeley.
All right, welcome everybody to the Wisdom for the Blind Book Club, and we're going to talk about some books that we're all reading, listening to, downloaded, see if there's anything we can pass around to each other. I started a new book about Audie Murphy, and it's really, really good. So we'll start now, and we'll see if anybody else joins in with us. So you know the routine. We'll pass it around, and we're going to go ahead and start with Bert. Go ahead, Bert. What are you reading?
I am reading the newest book from David Baldacci. It's called Strangers in Life. It's set in London in early 40s during the Blitz and all that thing. And it's about a bookstore owner and a boy and a girl, about 14, that, they lost their parents and they formed like a new family there. And it's nothing like any other Baldacci book I ever read. David Baldacci books are great.
Yeah.
All of them. I began years ago with the Camel Club, which was a great series.
Yep. There's Tim. Hey, Tim, we're just talking about books. We're gonna pass it around, and we'll call on you next. Okay. So, yeah, I like David Baldacci too, and I read all his books. I downloaded that book, but I haven't started it yet. So
it's pretty good, like all of his. But like I said, it's different.
Yeah.
And he's a good storyteller, and you can appreciate what the Londoners went through in those early 40s.
Yeah. And he's very detail oriented when he tells the stories. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, he's very detail oriented. You feel like you're there.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to mention, I don't know if you guys use Bard Express, but Bard Express just had an update not long ago. And first, you couldn't select the language. So I started getting all kinds of French books, which I don't understand French. And now you can select, but it seems like although they put in books on there, and they're putting very few books that I am interested in. So something must have, maybe they can reach good books or something. I don't know, but I don't find too many books who, I used to be. I had one time a little over 1,000 books downloaded, waiting to be read, and now I'm down to low 900s.
Yeah, I spoke to the people at the library, and I asked them how it was determined what books they read, and a lot of the books that are read by readers are determined on what the readers want to read, and they take what readers like us, what we suggest they read, but they still got to find a reader that wants to read those books. Now they're doing a lot of commercial books, so that's really
most of them are commercial books now.
Yeah,
very few.
Yeah,
read in house.
And then, but the issue with the commercial books is they got to get all kinds of permission, and that sometimes is a slow process. So, Yeah, I agree with you though. There's a lot of garbage on there right now.
Yeah, that's what I find.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not coming not with new good books anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all the good authors are dying off.
Yeah, we lost a lot of them.
Tim, are you on there? I thought I heard Tim check in.
He's
Yeah.
here. He's just muted.
Oh, Tim, go ahead and unmute. Say something to us. If you're using JAWS, it's Alt A. Oh, there you are.
I'm trying to get there.
All right, no problem. So welcome to the group. So we got a few people in the group. We are being recorded, so just so you know, we are being recorded. And our goal is just to talk about books that were downloaded, we're reading, we're listening to, and we just kind of pass it around and talk about those books. So
Okay.
are you currently listening or reading any books?
I'm listening to Don't Call Me Cheech. I'm more of a comedian, autobiography type person.
Okay.
The Don't Call Me Cheech is from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
It just talks about them making the movies and things like that, growing up. My next one on the list is Robin, which is I've just gone blank.
Robin Williams. Is it Robin Williams?
Robin Williams, yes.
Yeah.
It's about a 16-hour book, so I'm gonna be listening to that for a while.
Yeah. Are those books that you download from Bard?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Yeah, Robin Williams. I really like Robin Williams. I could never get into Cheech and Chong though. I don't know.
Well, this is my first one on Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
I've read ones like Frasier. What's his name? The one that does the show Frasier, as Dr. Crane. I read Kelsey Grammer. I've read his. I don't know. I've probably read several dozens of just different people.
Okay. Good.
I know one that I read was about the test pilot. It wasn't a comedian book, but Chuck Yeager. I read a book that he wrote, and I actually met him in person here in Louisiana.
Oh, cool.
So that's been some years ago, though. But yeah, that's about what I got going.
All right. Good. Well, welcome to the group, and we're gonna pass it over to Chuck Martin. He's our golden boy. So go ahead, Chuck. What are you reading now?
Wow, golden boy. Wow, thank you. I decided to, well, I just decided a couple days ago, but get away from the murder mysteries and all those detectives, and I wanted some books that were a little more educational. But right now, hold on, I got to get this.
Info. The Baseball 100.
The Baseball
by
100
Joe Posnanski.
by Joe
100.
Posnanski.
Headings. Total time 30 hours.
Anyways, not too long ago, right before COVID, my youngest son took me to a Marlins baseball game, the Marlins and the Giants, and I got kind of hooked on baseball. Coming up through the years, I didn't like to watch baseball because I thought it was boring. But now that I can't see the baseball, I listen to the Marlins game every chance I get, and I really enjoy it. The book that I'm talking about here, this guy's 100 top baseball players, and boy, the stories that come with each one, it's really a good book, but it's 30 hours, so it's going to take a while to get through. So what I do is, because there's a lot of statistics, so I'm also reading, and the gentleman that came in, I think his name was Tim, he might like Dave Barry. I'm reading one of his books, and it's Laugh Out Loud. I've read a lot of books in the past by Dave Barry, and this one here is, I can give you the title if you want it. It just takes 30 seconds to get it. But if you ever get a chance, if you like comedy, funny stories, Lunatics by Dave Barry is a very, very good one. Anyways, that's it, unless you want the title of the Dave Barry book.
Yeah, I'll take it if you can find it.
All right.
I
While
definitely
you're
can.
looking for that, Chuck, let us know when
Okay.
you find it. I'm not a big baseball fan either. I live right next door to Roger Dean Stadium, so I go to a lot of the spring training games with my friends. I don't really care too much for baseball. I just go for the social time. But I grew up next to Carlton Fisk in New Hampshire. And I remember when I was a kid, he used to come outside and play baseball with us kids in the streets. And all the Red Sox players would come to his house for cookouts and stuff. And they'd all come out and play baseball with us in the streets. But as soon as our parents came out and started talking, baseball to them and all this kind of stuff, they kind of all disappeared. They didn't really want to deal with the grown-ups. So, but I thought that's pretty cool.
Okay, I got it if you want it.
Go ahead. Ready, Tim?
Yep.
Okay, first I'm gonna, well, I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Info. Live right and find happiness.
Live right and find
Although
happiness,
Beer is much faster.
Got
although
it.
beer is much
Life
faster.
lessons and other ravings from Dave Barry.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Anything else, Chuck?
Well, if some of you, well, we're all about the same age probably. I just got done reading Being Henry, and it's about Henry Winkler, the Fonz, and his life and career up to now. And the book was very interesting, but you got to kind of like the Fonz if you're gonna, read the book. But I found that book to be really good.
I might look into it.
Have you ever seen him in downtown West Palm Beach, Chuck, down by Clematis Street?
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think I've ever been on Clematis Street. I
Okay.
don't go anywhere without an escort.
Yeah.
The thing he's got I think it's still going now. A really funny show called Barry, and I think it's on Max. But it's got rave reviews.
Check that out too.
There you go. That it, Chuck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So I've been I downloaded this book, this new autobiography book by Audie Murphy, which I was always fascinated by him. And I read one they did several years ago, but this is more of his story growing up in the woods and as a kid in school, not so much his military. It gets into his military time, but it doesn't focus on that at first, unlike the other book. It's really good. So if you ever get a chance and you're interested in Audie Murphy and his story, it's pretty fascinating. And the other one I downloaded was Melania, the First Lady. I was intrigued by that because everybody was talking about it. And I was in Yugoslavia or Slovenia the same time she was there. I didn't meet her though. I don't know who she was. But I was interested to hear her take of that city and her story. So pretty interesting life. So it's not political or anything like that, but it is a really good story. So
I got to show my ignorance. I know the name Audie Murphy. What was he known for?
Audie Murphy is a World War II guy who basically lied to get into the army and went to Europe. And they made a famous movie where he was standing on a tank and he gunned down a bunch of Germans, like 200 Germans all at once. And he was just, a real gung-ho kind of guy. World War II hero.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
Yep. Yeah. Now that you say it, I was
Yeah.
thinking of Gene Autry. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
I don't know who played him in the movies, but yeah, he was really short. He was a short guy too. So he had all odds against him, but he actually turned out to be a really good soldier. So
Hey Dave, you have somebody else in, Regina?
Regina, hi, how are you? Regina? I think you're muted there, Regina.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing really good. Thank you for coming in. My name is David,
Hi,
and
David.
we're going to talk. We're just talking about different books that we've downloaded and we're reading, and just kind of passing it around. Just so that you're aware, we are recording this session, okay? So that
Yes.
just so you know that. So in the group we have myself, David, and then we have Chuck, and we have Tim, and we have Bert. So we all had a turn talking about different books that we've been reading and downloaded. What about you? Are you reading anything, or what's your favorite books? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I am from Massachusetts. I live in Carver, 7 minutes away from Plymouth Harbor. So it's a nice area.
Mhm.
I love science fiction. So I have downloaded a lot of science fiction books, but I also like John Grisham, Michael Crichton, quite a few. I like mysteries and crime novels, things like that. What was the last book I read? John Grisham, The Moors Are Missing. I just finished that one. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I have to go back into Bard and take a look, download a few. But I do go through them. I've read quite a few.
Yeah, so you're a Bard user. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to Perkins and way back in the day. So I remember the days when you get those big hard albums, records that you had to play on a record player. So
Yeah, they don't have those anymore. They got the
no,
cassette thing.
yeah, yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
pretty big too.
I don't touch them either. If I can't get it on Bard, I don't deal with it. So well,
They
that's
also
good.
also have books through your local libraries.
Yep, they do. Yeah.
And it has an automatic return policy. So if you don't read it, but you download it and you're at your limit of time, it just sends it back. There's no fees. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So, what is your favorite sci-fi? I think we're all here pretty much sci-fi fans. I like the old Stephen King and I like the old Dean Koontz. I'm a little off of them right now, but
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that's okay. So, do you have a favorite sci-fi person?
I like dragon lore. Anne McCaffrey. She does a lot of the flying dragons and crystal stuff, that kind of thing there. I like
Okay.
it. So Anne McCaffrey is one of my favorites. Um, I enjoy Michael Crichton. Who else is there? Isaac Asimov has been a favorite of mine since high school, and that's a while ago. um, I'll pretty much read anything if it strikes my fancy, I'll read it. If it
Okay.
doesn't hold my attention within the first 2 chapters and I skip to the middle and it's still not working, I'm done with that one.
Okay. Bert, what do you think?
Well, I have several thoughts. First of all, I don't like science fiction. I never have. Another thing I wanted to say to Tim especially is that one of the comedians I like best is Tim Conway. Ever since when he was Ensign Parker
Oh yeah.
in McHale's Navy. That goes way back.
I remember that.
Yeah, well, he's a great comedian. And
Oh,
his
he
face,
was.
and especially when I could see, back then I could still see, and his face, I mean, it tells you everything. it's
The
it's
Carol
amazing.
Burnett show.
And the Carol Burnett show too, yeah. He was great there too.
I don't remember him on Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the main characters on Carol Burnett.
Wasn't he on Martin and Rowan's Laughing? Didn't he ride the little tricycle that flipped over all the time?
Was that him?
I'm not sure, but maybe.
I remember the show. I don't remember it that well. I wasn't that old, really.
Yeah, I'm not old enough for that either.
I do remember Laughing. I wish it would actually come back on.
It was fun.
I don't know if it was Tim Conway. I can picture somebody else that's kind of a cross between Tim Conway and that old country singer, John Denver. I know that's a mixture there, but I don't know who it was. I'd have to look it up.
Well, the Laughing show is on. Do you get the Me channel?
I do, yes.
So Laughing is on the Me channel. It comes on really late or real early in the morning.
Oh, I'm not getting up to that.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Chuck? Are you into science fiction? You like science fiction, don't you?
Oh, I like science fiction. I like any story, I don't know why, any story that has a shape shifter in it. But my favorite author for science fiction is Edgar Rice Burroughs. I've read like Pellucidar and that series at least 5 or 6 times. But and then of course there's John Carter of Mars, really good, I thought.
Love that one.
Anyways, yeah. And as far as other authors, I think, well, so far the ones that somebody's already said. So, and I just discovered Kuntz. I didn't realize he was like a Stephen King, but I read one book recently by him, and it was like reading. I was really surprised. So, yes, I like him.
So a little on a side note here. So is anybody familiar with the Meta glasses? Anybody have those or tried them out?
I've got a pair that are actually on order. I had a pair and they didn't send me the right ones, so I returned them to the VA, and they've ordered me another pair, and this time they're supposed to be coming with the right frames and the right lenses in them.
Okay. Anybody else have them?
No, I just had a demonstration by the VA.
Yeah.
A few days ago.
So I have a pair of Meta glasses, and they're not perfect. Okay, it's technology, right? It changes constantly, and they'll get better. But let me tell you, I love them. I think it's probably the best thing they've come out with so far. I actually was able to pick up a magazine at a doctor's office and read the articles in the magazine.
Oh, wow.
And I'm doing a genealogy thing with my cousin right now, and I had some paperwork, documents written in German, and the Meta AI said that it was a document, it was written in German. Would I like to translate it? And it actually translated the German into English and read me the document. I was like blown away. I was like really impressed with it. So if you ever get an opportunity to look at them, Bert, and I know that you said, Chuck, that you've looked at them. How about you, Gina? Is it Gina or Jenna? What is her name? I'm sorry. Young lady. Regina, I think it is.
Regina.
I see it as Regina.
Regina. Okay.
Regina.
Regina, have you ever seen those Meta glasses? She might be muted. Bert, I mean,
Yeah, she's muted.
yeah. Bert, have you ever seen those Meta glasses?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, if you get a chance, you should get a look at them right now. The VA will issue those to you, and they're quite the thing.
Mhm.
And even if you had,
What's that, Tim? Did we lose everybody?
oh, I said, if you had to buy them, they're not badly priced.
No, not at all. No. Right now they're on sale on Amazon for $250, which, you know, the best $250 I would spend for sure.
Especially when you, I've got an Orcam that was $4,500 from the
Yeah.
VA.
Yeah.
And for 250, what you just quoted, they do the same thing as the Orcam. Well, actually, they do more in some cases.
You know, I think the Orcam is really nice. I think the Meta glasses, I think they do a little bit better. But you know what I like about the Meta glasses as opposed to the Orcam is they're normal. The Meta glasses are normal Ray-Ban type glasses that, you know, regular sighted people would wear. They're real common.
Yeah, I call them birth control.
Well, yeah, BCG. BCG.
Yeah, but I have an Orcam. I have used that for years.
Yeah.
And I have the second edition, the one that it's a little thing that you put on the foot of your eyeglasses.
Yep.
And you can hardly notice those.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I don't like about the Orcam is that it's a little thing on your glasses, and I've seen too many people get it knocked off or you lose it. And I know they have like a little attachment, you know, you can put on it so it doesn't fall off and all this kind of stuff. But the Meta glasses, you know, the Wayfair glasses are like the old who is that? Buddy Holly used to wear back in the 50s. That's what he used to wear. So
I got the headliner ordered.
Oh, the headliner, yeah.
Yeah, the rounder.
So you know they're going to get better. I mean, it's beginning technology. Other companies are now coming out with stuff like that. But what I just thought was really fascinating is that it's linked up with the AI, you know, world, and that's where we're going. That's going to be the blind person's best friend is AI, and you know, it just reads and translates, and you can ask it questions. It's like having your own personal assistant sitting on your shoulder. It's kind of creepy. I haven't been able to see for like over 50 years, and it's kind of blows me away, like some of the information I'm getting from it. So.
Are they easy to set up?
Yes. Yeah.
Boy, now that you see it's $250, boy, that's a good price.
Yeah.
But the VA will get it for you.
The VA will get it for you. They might. It depends on when you got your Orcam, Chuck. You know, they get a little bit cautious about stuff like that, but be persistent. I really like them. I like the AI feature of them. I like the fact that they're hands free. Now the Orcam is good. You know, I like the Orcam too. I think these are a little bit better though. So.
But my VIS coordinator has arranged for me to get them. He had to get approval through prosthetics, and at first they denied it. He kept pushing and pushing, and he finally got them to approve it. And then I'm actually the first one that my VIS coordinator has been able to get these for. So I'm the guinea pig here in Louisiana.
In Louisiana, yeah. I know like Birmingham, Mississippi, they pass them out. Tucson passes them out. West Palm Beach has passed them out too.
Tucson, I was just there in February, and they didn't have them available, or told me, you know, you have to get with your VIS coordinator or your VA. But Phoenix, I know, was passing them out.
Yeah.
that Phoenix has done several hundred pair, I think. But when I was at Tucson at the blind rehab there, they just let me hold them. So they did give them to a couple of the veterans and let them try them out while they were there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're new. They're new. They're
Yeah.
catching on, and I think. Well, they don't. I mean, Orcam has gone out of business now, I believe. So now Echo is coming out with a new pair of glasses, and Google's coming out with another pair of glasses. But they're all designed, and they're like $3,000-$4,000. That's
Yep.
crazy. That's crazy.
The only drawback
Sorry, go ahead.
the only drawback I think I'm going to have with them is then they're pretty big arms on them, and I wear hearing aids also. So to me, that's going to be a drawback because I have trouble with my glasses fitting over my hearing aids anyway.
Yeah.
So
is Regina, did you get back in here?
She's still in. She's just muted.
Okay.
Alt A, if you use Josh.
So what were you going to say, Bert?
I was gonna, I forgot to think. I was gonna say something, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Well, I just wanted to bring it up because I'm really finding these Meta glasses a really great option for being able to read stuff.
Oh, what I was gonna say is I didn't know that Orcam was out of business.
Yeah. Yep.
If you have a Sam's Club nearby, I know they sell them, but they don't do the prescription lenses. But you probably stop in there, check to see if they got them online, and if they have them in the store, then you stop in there and try them on and see if it's something that you would like. And then if you got a Lens Crafter, I think they're distributors for them, and Sunglass Hut is also a distributor.
Yeah, and I went to the Lens Crafter place and to get new lenses, and you can't. It's really funny. You can't, or at least the one down here, you can't order the lenses through them. But if you get the lenses, they'll put them in for you. So I didn't understand that. They couldn't really explain why that was the case, but yeah, Chuck, that $250 is for the base model. If you need some prescription lenses, then of course the price is going to go up depending on what you need or anything.
Now the VA here is not able to put the lenses in for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Lens Crafters about an hour away from here, and they said, yeah, we do them all day long. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But my visit coordinator said that the VA won't pay an outside party.
Yeah. But will they get the lens? Will they get the lens for you?
Yeah, they found a company that is doing it. I forget who it was. Somebody that Boundless is affiliated with, I think, and they're having them. They took my prescription from my doctor, and they ordered the glasses and sent the prescription at the same time. I asked for the clear to black transition with progressive lenses with a matte frame. So he didn't seem like it was going to be a problem.
Yeah, right.
But I noticed that the battery, I guess if you use it quite often, the battery's only good for about 4 hours, but the case will recharge it pretty quick, and it'll hold like a 30-hour charge.
Yeah.
So you're always covered.
Yeah, it does not. The battery is very small in it, unfortunately, but.
Well, and that's going to get better too.
That's going to get better, and I have not run into a problem. Like you said, they run the battery low. You just pop them in the glasses case. Takes an hour to get it fully charged, and bam, you're in business again. So
we did have on our last month's BVA meeting. I don't know if any of y'all are in that, but here in Louisiana, we had a fella from Ray-Ban actually talk to us about them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he said that they're up and coming.
So I got us way off a topic here. So while we're still recording. Anybody else have anything to say about books or any suggestions? We can continue the conversation, but we'll just end the book conversation and stop the recording at that point. So,
I heard y'all talking about sci-fi. I have to admit, I've never even seen a Star Trek show. I've never seen Star Wars.
Well, I've never seen Star Wars, but I'm a big Trekkie fan, so.
I've never seen a complete show. I had trouble watching Batman growing up.
Oh yeah, well, Star Trek, that's the king.
Yeah.
All right, so Regina, did you come back? Did you unmute yourself there? So great to have a new person in there. I hope she comes back again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, it keeps bouncing in and out.
Oh.
I've been pushing this button for I don't know how long.
Well, you can leave it unmuted. You don't have to mute yourself. So.
It shuts itself off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are you using the space bar?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now there's a big circle that says done speaking, and then when you touch that, it says tap to speak.
Well, I have somebody's cat or dog on here.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I got.
So, anything, Regina? Did you hear our conversation about the Meta glasses?
Yeah, I heard the whole thing, and I think that's awesome. But
yeah, cool.
What do you have to? Do you have to be 24/7 blind to get a Meta glass?
Well, you have to be legally. Are you a veteran?
I am.
So you have to be legally blind, and you can contact your VIS coordinator, whoever that is, probably out of Boston, right?
Yes.
And contact them and ask them to show you the Meta glasses and how they work, and maybe they'll get them for you.
Mm.
Your blind center is in West Haven, Connecticut, so I
Yeah,
know that.
that's where they sent me the first time I went for blind rehab.
I know they will issue those.
When you before you actually call them, get on the website, and if you can see them, take a look at them and have an idea as to what you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case they offer to buy you, whatever pair you want. They all run about the same price.
There are several different styles.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you can go to any like distributor, like I've seen them at Best Buy, I've seen them at Sam's, I've seen them at Costco, so you can kind of get a look and feel for them too. So.
Are they gonna have one at the conference?
And what conference?
The
Dallas?
BVA conference in Dallas? Yes.
Yes, they will.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will. Matter of fact, Josh is a distributor for Ray-Ban, and he'll be there.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
They also are you aware of a product called Way Around?
I am not.
Oh. That's an app that you can add to your phone, and the company distributes tags. They're reusable tags that you can place on anything. You can scan it. They have a small scanner. You don't have to use your phone. You can use the small scanner, and it'll tell you what the tag says. Awesome for gardeners when you want to tag your plants. Awesome for people who do painting and things like that to tag the colors.
I think I've seen them at the convention last year.
Yes, that's where I got my app and everything from.
Yeah.
And they gave us a couple of tags. They're coming back this year, and the VA is distributing them now.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yep.
I'll have to look into that.
Oh yeah, I think you'll like it when you see it. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna if nobody else has anything to say about books, I'm gonna end this session on books. We can still continue the conversation, but I want to have Bree stop the recording if nobody else has anything to say about books.
Okay.
Anybody? Going once? All right, well, thanks again, everybody, for coming in and talking about books and downloading books. I think we got some good topics. Thanks to Regina and Tim for coming in. That's fantastic, because I was getting kind of bored listening to Chuck and all the time. So, no, they're two good guys, Chuck and Bert. So, hope you come back again. And there's other podcasts that we join in, the Geek Club, and we have all kinds of great Zoom calls and and podcast. So check it out. So thanks everybody for coming, and we're going to go ahead and stop the recording, Bree.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Wisdom Books, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with an in-studio audience at the Wisdom for the Blind Studios. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. If you know someone who is blind or vision impaired, tell them about the show. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit the website at www.w4bv.org. And we'll see you next time on Wisdom Books.